In this little package is one of my holy grails. Let's check out what's inside. What's going on, guys? El Tiburon here with another new junk video. Today I'll be showing off some movies, some video games, some toys, and a very, very rare holy grail that I got from an actual YouTube pal, one of my favorite pals to game with on YouTube. We'll check out what's in this package here. Holy grail item here. Yeah, so these are just pickups I've gotten in the last few months. Some of these are from the SAC Gamers Expo up in Sacramento. I went up there in December, met up with I was there with the Billster, met up with Dad Level Podcast, Tylord, Omega Ace. They gifted me some of these pickups. I have, like, you know, stuff I bought off NECA, the NECA website, Trick or Treat Studios, Mattel figures, wrestling figures. But let's get right into it. Enough of me flapping my gums. I think we're gonna start off. With the video games. First off, I got this. I believe I got this at the swap meet for like $15. Double Dragon on the Sega Genesis. I believe I picked this up because I was live streaming at a vendor's booth, and Zombie JLT, shout out to Zombie JLT, he said, hey, you know what, that's an actual good port of the Double Dragon game. It's like almost like very similar to the arcade port. So I took his word for it. So yeah, I got this Double Dragon. Looking forward to check this one out. Hopefully this one has 2-player co-op. And hold on, before I go any further, check out this Tylord shirt here. This was created by Omega Ace, our pal Omega Ace. So shout out to him for creating this Tylord shirt. And if you know Tylord, this screams Tylord. I mean, this is his profile picture, the shark from Jaws, the NES Jaws. So I think Omega Ace is gonna have this shirt up and in his store for the next I think till the end of February. So if you know Tylord and you want to show him some love, buy a shirt. Omega A said I think he's gonna buy something. He's gonna give Tylord something from the proceeds from the t-shirt. So if you know Tylord, you gotta show some love to the Tylordicus. All right, let's continue. Next up, I got this CIB X-Men. Comes with the manual, with the game. Got this at the SAC Gamers Expo. I think I got it for $15. The dude, Joe Kane. What a character. That guy was a character. I think he was I forgot how much he was trying to sell it for, 20. I'm not sure, but I was able to get it for 15. So this is one of those games that when I was growing up, I really, really loved playing this game. I could never get really far in the game, however. I remember it being really, really difficult. But I just thought it had such a cool look, cool music. Maybe one game that, you know, I'll try to go back to, maybe try to play through it. I don't know. I don't think I can beat it, but just got it for nostalgia's sake. Swig of energy drink before I continue, because I am a little dragging it right now. Swig of energy drink for the weekend. All right, next up, in theme with the new Silent Hill movie coming out, Silent Hill 2 on the PS5. I got a gift card at work from my manager, so I was able to get this off Amazon for $10 after I used the gift card. So I've actually never played through a whole Silent Hill 2 game. I have tried to beat this one back on the PS2. I got stuck on like I always joke with Tyler, I got so mad in one section of the game where there's like a trash chute, and you have to like unclog it. And I must have spent over an hour trying to figure out, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to unclog it? And I think it turns out you have to pick up a 6-pack of orange soda to unclog that trash chute. And I was like, man, that's it, brother. I am not playing this stupid game. A 6-pack of orange soda. I just gave up, but I got this, the remaster or remake. I don't know if it's a remaster remake, but I kind of want to start playing through the Silent Hill games. I know Tylord really loves the game, so I think this year I'm gonna try to tackle the original Silent Hill since I have it on the PS1 disc. That's gonna be my goal for this year. Beat the original PS1 Silent Hill. Maybe I'll play this one next year. Next up, I got some video games from Dad Level Podcast. Vince from the Dad Level Podcast. So we met up with Vince. He drove all the way from Texas to go meet us up in Sacramento for the expo. And this guy was like Santa Claus. He came with so many gifts for myself, for Billy, for Tylord, for Omega Ace. So if you guys haven't checked out Vince from Dad Level Podcast, he has a podcast, Dad Level Podcast, and he has his friends on there. I've been on there a couple times talking about all things pop culture, movies, video games, just comics, superheroes, everything pop culture. So make sure to give him a look. He's one of the nicest guys, one of the most selfless guys you'll meet. I'll put a link down below to his channel, but he came with like boxes of video games and he just started handing them out to Tylord, Omega, Billy, and myself. So so what I picked up from what he had, I got King of the Fighters. Is this 15? King of the Fighters 15 on the Xbox Series X. I really like the look of the King of the Fighters game, but man, I've never been able to figure out how to play them, but had to pick this one up. I love fighting games. Aliens Fireteam Elite. I actually picked this one up. I hope Vince is okay with this, but I think I'm gonna forward this to Killer because I do want to play through this game at some point. And I own the game. I think Billy took a game, and I was like, maybe I'll send it to Killer and we can play it a 3-player co-op one day. So this one's gonna go to you, Killer, if you're watching. Hopefully that's okay with Dead Level Podcast. Next up, I got Dead or Alive 6. I think I've only ever played the one that launched with the OG Xbox, and I remember thinking it was really cool. I don't really have a lot of experience with Dead or Alive games, but I love fighting games. I'm not great at them, but I like playing them, so maybe one I'll play through at some point. Then I also got Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, another Dead or Alive game, so that'll be cool to play through that one. Rounding out the video games, I got as a gift from Tylord, the Bouncer. I think this was Tylord, right? I don't know, maybe it was Omega. You guys, if you're watching Tylord or Omega, remind me. There were so many gifts being given at the Sad Gamers Expo. I don't know who gave me what, but I think Tylord gave me this one, or maybe Omega, the Bouncer. Tylord always touts this game, says how fun it is and how much. I guess it doesn't have the best ratings, but he's saying it's actually pretty good. It's like a fighting RPG game where you can do like pro wrestling moves, and Tylord kind of had me at the pro wrestling move. So, and another thing he said is short. And if you guys know me, if you guys have watched some of my live streams, I'm always flapping my gums about how much I love short video games. So thank you for that one. These weren't really pickups. These were more like borrows. So Tylord brought some movies. I think he had lent these to Omega Ace. What is it? San Francisco Ciudad Desnuda. I'm not sure what it really I know what it translates to in English. It's the Naked City, San Francisco, but I'm not sure if that's the actual title, the American title. But this is with Walter Matthau and The Last Kumite. It's more of a modern, kind of like a blood sport inspired movie. He lent me these two movies. I'm gonna send them back to Tylord. This one was really interesting movie with Walter Matthau. It's essentially about Walter Matthau and this other dude, his partner that's very eccentric, and he kind of looks like Borat Zagadiev. And they're looking for this dude that murdered a bunch of people on a bus in San Francisco. And they're just kind of like looking for the guy and getting into little like mix-ups with other people. They go to some questionable places, and if you've seen this movie, you know some of the questionable places they go to in old San Francisco. But a really fun watch. I really, this one kind of caught me off guard. It was a fun watch. Next one. This one was pretty fun too. The last Kumite. It's definitely, you can, when you watch it, you can tell it's trying to be Bloodsport. I'm sure it was inspired by Bloodsport. Another fun fighting movie. I think it's who's in there? I don't even think I recognize anybody outside of. I think I saw Billy Blanks, the Taibo guy. That's the only guy like I recognize. But yeah, fun watch. Omega Ace gave me a couple of movies. First off, Spaceballs on 4K. Man, I love me some Spaceballs, and to own it in 4K, man, that's awesome. So thank you for that, Omega. May the Schwartz be with you. Next up, he gave me Tales from the Dark Side on Blu-ray. I've actually never seen this movie. I know it's an anthology movie, but it's one of those I had heard about that was really good. I love Tales from the Crypt. I love the Twilight Zone movie from the 80s. I love the Creep Show movies. What else? Tales from the Hood, even that one. So, but I had never seen this one, but I watched it. Not gonna lie, the stories in the beginning were pretty decent. But the one with the freaking gargoyle, I think it's worth alone just watching this anthology horror movie. The one with the gargoyle that, I don't want to spoil it. If you've never seen, if you love anthology horror movies, make sure you watch Tales from the Dark Side. Thanks again for the movies, Omega Man. Next up, these were some swap meet pickup movies here. I got the Meg on Blu-ray. I got this for maybe $1, I think, at the swap meet. I had never seen the Meg, but I've heard it's a fun movie. And yeah, I saw it. It's pretty fun. It's Jason Statham. We got freaking Rainn Wilson, Dwight Schrute from The Office in there. And it's just a fun, dumb popcorn movie. It's not anything like, it's not like a serious or Academy Award winning movie like Jaws. This is just, you know, you get your bucket of popcorn now, maybe grab yourself a beer. You're gonna have a good time with this one, the Meg. And next I got A Man Called Sting. A Man Called Sting on DVD. I got this at the Swap Meet too. It's the best of Sting, and I'm not talking about the police Sting. I'm talking about old Steve Borden. Yeah, I think I got this for $1, and the discs are very, very clean. I love how like the scorpions too. It's like the colorful scorpion, black and white, the crow Sting, and then the red and black Sting. But yeah, the discs usually. DVDs are usually beat to hell, scratched to hell. These are in very clean shape, so I got this just because I love picking up anthologies, because I feel like with WWE, I think they had the network, right? WWE Network, then Peacock. Now I think it's going to Netflix, and some stuff's on Hulu and God knows where. So I think it's better to go physical media, because you never know when WWE is going to decide to pull their content off of a streaming network. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to collect at least some of the anthologies, best stuff, so I'll always have that. Next up, I got this one at the Swap Meet too. This is 50 years WWE, 50 years of sports entertainment. So this is like the best of WWE. On the back, we got the Hulkster versus Andre the Giant, Bruno Sammartino, The Rock, Triple H. But yeah, just really cool. I guess it just might have some of the best matches, I guess, in their opinion, in WWE history. But yeah, it'll be cool to put in the background maybe one time when I'm doing some of my eBay stuff or editing videos. Just something to have in the background. Next up, these are some gifts from Christmas. I got these from my compadre Albert. Shout out to my compadre. He doesn't watch these videos, but shout out to you. He got me on 4K the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I already had the Blu-ray set, but since we were doing like a kind of like a secret Santa, and he got me, and you create your wish list online, I just put 4K movies pretty much, and I wanted that 4K collection of Nightmare on Elm Street. I wanted to upgrade, so really cool to have that. And The Substance with Demi Moore, man, what a fun movie. Shout out to Mr. Matthews. He's the one that was like, hey, you need to watch The Substance, because he knows that I love The Fly. He loves The Fly too, from the 80s, and he's like, it's kind of like The Fly, you want to check this one out. And man, it's a fun horror movie with Demi Moore, and It kind of like gave me vibes of The Fly, a little bit of The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. It's a must watch. You guys should check this one. Next, I got a couple of Arrow Video 4Ks of my boy Jason. I think I might have got these at Barnes & Noble. Correction, my compadre actually got me this Jason X one. Sorry, I was trying not to give him credit. He gave me this Jason X on 4K. I just love the cover. I love how it's like the half Uber Jason, the half regular Jason Voorhees, and yeah, an underrated installment in the Friday the 13th movies. Speaking of fun popcorn movies, this is a fun popcorn movie, Jason X. The best sci-fi movie I've ever seen, and I am including Star Wars in.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
Hey. Calm down, pals, alright? That's just my opinion. Next up, we got The Stuff. Arrow Video 4K. I actually picked this one up at Barnes & Noble. I don't know if you guys know, but at the bookstore Barnes & Nobles, they sell like a lot of Arrow Video stuff, and sometimes they have like 50% off sales. So got this one during one of their sales, $25. The Stuff is pretty much about a killer yogurt. It's a killer yogurt. This is a movie that I've always wanted to watch. It's always eluded me, and just because I remember the freaking VHS tape. Let's throw it up here. That VHS tape with the yogurt people coming out of the fridge, so nostalgic. Even though I had never seen it, that's one of those VHS cover arts that always popped out for me as a kid when I would go to the video rental store. So finally got to watch it, and I'm kind of disappointed because I didn't think it was all that. It's kind of like it's not as good version as the Blob from the 80s, which the Blob from the 80s is freaking amazing. This is like a not as good version of it. It also gave me a little vibes of John Carpenter's They Live, a little bit of Troll 2, maybe with that obnoxious kid. It's just not, I think it overstayed its welcome. I was kind of into it an hour in, and then it kind of dragged on for me, and I was like, all right, man, let's wrap this up. It got a little too long, but I'm actually doing, like I've said in the past, nowadays, I don't got a lot of space on my shelf, so I'll watch a movie. If I think it's worthy of staying on the shelf, I'll keep it on the shelf. I feel this one, I might just flip it. I'm going to throw it back on eBay. I might throw it on eBay. Who knows? I'm probably going to lose some money, but I'll look at it as a kind of like a movie rental. So this will not be staying on my shelf. But I do think I still want the VHS tape. I just think it's such a cool VHS cover. Next up, I guess this is not really like a movie, video game, or toy, but it's like a little wall art. A little lenticular wall art, if you will. This is a Street Fighter 2 hyper fighting little wall art, courtesy of Omega Ace. Thanks again, Omega Ace, for this. I'm a big fan of Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. This is close enough. You got your Chun-Li, your E Honda, Blanca. Is Ryu on here? Ryu, yeah, Ryu in the back over there. So I'm gonna put this up on my wall. Thanks again, Omega Man, for that one. Next up, we're gonna go to some toys, because my holy grail, spoiler alert, is a toy that I've been wanting for a while. So we're gonna end it with toys. Let me show off some more toys that old Saint Nick Dad Level Podcast gave me. I think this was actually a giveaway. I think I won a giveaway on his channel. So another reason to go check him out on YouTube, Dad Level Podcast. I won this at one of his giveaways. This is Prince Adam of Eternia and old Cringer Pants. I don't know, every time now I see freaking Prince Adam, I just think of that freaking Four Non-Blondes parody. Let's throw it to that right now. It even kind of has like one of the heads it comes with. It's even, I think, supposed to be from that Four Non-Blondes video. Pretty funny stuff. So really cool to have this. I was a big fan of He-Man growing up. This is probably the first cartoon I fell in love with. I used to freaking love He-Man. So Really cool to have this one. The Masters of the Universe movie, on the other hand, not so much. Next toy I got, The Thing. Here we have Kurt Russell from The Thing. I forget his name in the movie. But this is courtesy of Dad Level Podcast, like I mentioned. The Thing figure, Kurt Russell figure. Obviously, a really, really cool movie. It's kind of funny because I show off the stuff and the substance. I feel like those movies drew some inspiration from The Thing. So really cool that I got this figure with old Kurt Russell. Oh, before I move on to more toys, I forgot to throw these in. These should have been in the video game section. These were from Omega Man. These are 8-bit. These are 8-bit Do. 8-bit Do SNES controllers with the turbo button features. I actually do have. He's like Omega, when he gave these to me, he's like, I hope you still have. You have an NES, and I do. I have an NES right next to me, plugged into my CRT where I watch my VHS movies. So this is really cool. Thanks, Omega Man. Now I have some wireless NES controllers. Next, let's go to some more toys here. We got a little derailed there due to my organizing skills, but let's go back to the toys. I got myself from Target the Bobby the Brain Heenan Legends Mattel figure. Man, I was such a big fan of Bobby the Brain Heenan. He was cool as a manager, but for me, his bread where it was at with Bobby the Brain Heenan was color commentator. Man, him and Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan. I know we were supposed to hate him because he was a heel. He made me laugh so much, and even when I go back and watch some of those old wrestling pay-per-views, it still holds up, man. I'm still dying laughing listening to Bobby the Brain Heenan. R.I.P. to Bobby the Brain Heenan. Best commentating duo ever, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. I don't want to hear none of this Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. It was Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. God damn it, and I'm sticking to that. People don't know about hard times trying to find those WWE figures at the Target. I got myself the American Dream, you understand? This is a LJN inspired figure. Well, this is actually not even inspired. This is actually LJN. You can see the little rainbow right here. I think they actually made the figures. They're making new figures, and this is an American Dream. I was talking to my friend Sexy Chino because he's like, oh, I told him, guess what LJN I got? And he's like, you got the Hulk Hogan, huh? And I'm like, no. I was like, you know what? I don't have any connection to the LJN figures from the 80s because I wasn't watching wrestling back then, and I didn't have the toys. My stuff was the WWF Hasbro stuff. But this one looks so cool. I love how animated it looks, how cartoony it looks, and I'm like, man, I gotta get this. As much as I say if you will, I gotta have a Dusty figure, so really cool to have that, and it comes with a poster too. Some more WWE Mattel figures. These were not courtesy of Target or Walmart, however. These were from Ringside Collectibles. I don't know if these were Ringside exclusives, but these were I bought these from Ringside Collectibles. Look, my blade came off. I should really get a new box cutter before I cut myself. But you know what they say, pals? Red equals green. Ooh, man, I was excited to open up these little figures. Speaking of figures that have always eluded me, I got myself Axe and Smash the Demolition. Man, I believe these are re-releases. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these, I believe, came out in the 2010s from Mattel. Axe and Smash from the Demolition, and they're very, very expensive. They were very, very expensive to get for a while because they were out of print. I guess the Demolition recently signed a new Legends deal with WWE, which means they could start making figures of them again. So really, really cool to not have to pay up the ass for some Demolition figures, and it's cool to finally have some Demolition Mattel figures. Shout out to the Demolition. Greatest tag team of all time, pals. Next up, I got a package from from Trick or Treat Studios. If you guys are familiar with Trick or Treat Studios, they pretty much make horror figures. A lot of them are, you know, like 6-inch scale. They also do a lot of like busts, and some of them are kind of like replicas. So this is technically, I believe, like a replica of one of my favorite movies growing up. A movie that I always used to watch on it was always on HBO, I remember, and I used to love watching it. Oh, every time it was on TV, I'd have to watch it again and again and again. But check out this little replica. I guess they call it a prop. It's a little Daffy Mogwai prop. I remember I used to love this dude from the Gremlins 2 movie. He was kind of like, you know, I was a kid, so he was kind of like the goofy Mogwai, Daffy. I didn't even know that was his name, Daffy. I just remember I thought he was hilarious, and his eyes were always crossed, and all these little funny sound effects would play when he would show up on screen. So really, really cool to get myself a gremlin little prop. I love the NECA gremlin figures, but I've always said what bugs me about those is that they're not on scale with my Jasons, with my Michael Myers. They're as tall as them, so my OCD kind of bugs me. So I never ever buy the NECA like 6-inch figures, but having a little prop, Mogwai prop, that's where it's at, pal. So really cool to have this Mogwai. One more package. This one just showed up on time for the pickups video. Sometimes the stars, they just align, pals. I got my Holy Grail. I got that Mogwai recently. I got and I got this box from old NECA toy distributors. And I got a couple of figures from them that I ordered actually a while back. I got myself an Art the Clown figure right here. I hadn't seen any of the Terrifier movies till the last, I think, a few months ago, and I've said it. I didn't really love the first one, but I thought 2 and 3 were more fun movies. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a fan of now Art the Clown. I think he's pretty cool, very over the top. So it's cool to have him a little 6-inch Art the Clown to throw in with my other horror characters. Next up, I got myself Dog Will Hunt. Lick my plate, dog dick, or whatever he says. Chop Top. Old Bill Moseley from a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I used to have, I think it was the cinema, I forgot the lineup. It was like reels, horror reels, cinema fear, I think it was. The little like 6-inch figure of Chop Top. And I remember selling it, and I was so pissed that I sold that. So I've always wanted to get Chop Top again. So now I got an old Chop Top I can throw in the little Texas Chainsaw Massacre section. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's for me, for horror franchises, Friday the 13th, then Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I gotta have old Chop Top, old Bill Moseley.
Leatherface, you bitch! Look what you did to my Sonny Bono wig do! Oh, god damn, I can't believe it!
Last thing I got from NECA. Dun-dun, dun-dun, in theme with the Tylord shirt and the little Jaws hat I'm wearing. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. I got Jaws. The game of Jaws. So what this is, I guess, back in the day, back in the 70s, there was an actual game of Jaws where you had a shark and you would put a bunch of shit in his mouth, and then I guess you would have to see who can pull out more items with the hook, as you're seeing here that they're doing here. And they remade that game of Jaws, but made the shark look a lot, give it a lot more articulation, a lot more detail. And I'm like, dude, I don't care that it's a game. I probably will play. Maybe when I have parties, we'll have some IPAs and play, a few rounds of this. It doesn't look like it's a you know, a game that takes too long to play. But yeah, I'm like, more than anything, I just want a Bruce. I want a Jaws figure. So this to me is pretty much like having a figure of Jaws. And I believe it's going to be in scale because it's going to be a lot bigger than my other NECA figure. So really, really cool to have this figure. The game of Jaws. I got myself a Brucey boy here. And yeah, looking forward to play this with the wife and some of my friends next time I have a party over here. And before I forget, for those of you guys that are big fans of the NES Jaws game, make sure to check out Thumb Bros over on YouTube. I'll put a link down below to his channel. He's doing a competition right now to see who can beat Jaws the quickest. So I'll put a link down below. I think his challenge ends in like about, I think he said Valentine's Day, which is appropriate because, you know, it's Jaws, I guess. But yeah, check it out. Check him out. I'll put a link down below to his channel if you want to enter that challenge. If you're a big fan of Jaws, the NES game. Swig of energy drink for Jaws. And last but not least, I got this little package from a pal on YouTube. I guess I should just say who gave me this gift, right? This is from Carla Koala. The old Georgia Peach herself, Carla Koala, sent me this little toy. Let me show you what it is first. So she was watching my Sack Gamers Expo video, and she saw me kind of like checking out this one toy, and that one toy she saw, I think I made a short of I made a short of me checking out this toy that is it's very expensive. It's a very expensive figure, and she's like, hey, I have that toy, I can send it to you if you want it. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I think I even told her, like, I can give you some cash or something. She's like, no, like, you can have it. It's just sitting in my on one of my shelves. Like, you'd actually appreciate it, and it'd be in a good home. So I want you to have it. So she sent me this figure. Now this is the figure that's a very rare and really, oddly, a very, very expensive figure. We got my boy Roy, man. So yeah, in the Sack Gamers Expo video, this bad boy was going for $200. Laughing Crow Collectibles was selling it there, and it's one of those figures that's always eluded me, because from the Koopa Kids, Roy is my favorite. Roy from Nintendo characters, it might be Mario. No, I'm not even lying. I think it's Roy, Mario, Wario, maybe Mauser from Super Mario Brothers 2. But I've always loved Roy. I think he kind of looks like me. He's bald like me. He likes wearing sunglasses like me. He has a little sleazy smile like me. So really, really cool. Really rare, expensive figure. And Carla, being the great pal she is, she said, you can have it free of charge. I don't need any money. It's yours. So thanks again, Carla. You're the real MVP, pal. Thank you so much for this. And I'm gonna have some collectors, some mint in box collectors, cringe right now with what I'm about to do, because this boy, yeah, he's worth more in this little package, right? I leave him in this little cardboard box. He's worth more, right? I don't give a damn. He's coming out of his package, pals. And there he is, out of the package. Break the seal, if you will. We got him out of there. And oh, he has his little scepter right here. I know some of those mint on card collectors are right now pulling out their hair. Like, what are you doing? You devalued that toy. I don't give a damn, because I'm not giving away this toy. Little Roy right here with his little Macho King Randy Savage scepter right here. Right before he smashed it over the Ultimate Warrior at the Royal Rumble. Look at this little figure. It's so weird that Roy doesn't have many figures. If you see him in the back, right here, I found that plush of Roy. Right, where is he? Right there, little plush of Roy out of Swap Meet. I think I got it for like $2-3. That's the only figure I could find of Roy. And when I look on eBay, I only see the plush and I only see this little guy, and this dude is worth a lot. So really, really, really cool to get my boy Roy in figure form. He's gonna go up right behind me right here. I have a bunch of my video game characters. He's gonna have a spot there forever. So thanks again, Carla. You're the real MVP, pal. One of my best gaming pals on the community game nights. She's really someone that, as a gaming community, I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch my videos probably know Carla. She's someone we were really lucky to have in the community, because all she does is show support for everyone in the community, and she never asked for anything in return. So thanks again, Carla. You're a real pal. I'm gonna put a link down to her channel. She does like shorts of Fortnite footage, Battlefield. I know she's super into Battlefield, Animal Crossing, little shorts. So go give her a sub. Thanks again, pal. I got my holy grail. Bobby, see these nice people out of my room.
And I'd like you to get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.